The far-right AfD party is holding a rally in the German city of Magdeburg, 3 days after a deadly attack on a Christmas market there. Several hundred people have turned out to hear the party co-leader, Alice Weidel, speak. She has denied that the AfD had anything to do with the attack suspect, even though he had expressed support for the party and its anti-immigrant policies. During the day, a stream of mourners continued laying flowers at a makeshift memorial set up on the steps of a church across from the site of the attack. 5 people were killed and 200 others injured when a car plowed through the crowded Christmas market. The suspect, a Saudi national who worked as a doctor, faces charges of murder and attempted murder. We can get more from our political correspondent, Matthew Moore. Matthew, tell us more about this rally that's being held by the far-right AfD party today in Magdeburg. And also, I understand there are counter demonstrations too.
That's right, Claire. But I'll begin with the rally that Alice Weidel, the leader of the far-right Alternative for Germany, just spoke at in the city of Magdeburg just now. This was an event unlike anything I've ever seen before. A political rally of this nature just days after such an awful tragedy. And the way that she talked about the instrument, basically talked about the fact that people who do not respect Germany, people who disdain Germany, do not belong to us. And as she was speaking, the crowd, quite a big crowd from what I could see from the pictures, you know, they started chanting deportation, deportation. And it's just turbocharged the atmosphere in Magdeburg today. And at the same time that the AfD are holding this rally for which they've been criticised for, there's another rally, as you mentioned, which is a group of civil society groups that have come together and said they want to hold a human chain in Magdeburg to show solidarity with the victims and to send a message that we mourn and that we don't want to, as they say, don't give hate a chance. And the message they want to send is one of tolerance, of openness and humanity. And it just shows you the stark divide between the people in Germany right now, actually, frankly, in Magdeburg tonight.
Now, the German government has promised a full investigation. They say it is now in full swing. Can you give us an update on what we know so far?
Well, we know that the alleged perpetrator was very much someone who was on the radar of the authorities, not just in one city, but in several places. As early as 2013, court documents show that he was making vague threats about possible attacks, including one where he talked about the Boston Marathon terror attack that had just taken place and threatened that something similar could happen. And this was during a phone call with a member of an administrator in a local town. And he was eventually turned up in court and he was fined for those comments. But later on, he continued to make similar threats of a vague nature, but of a very graphic nature, talking about killing people. And what we get from a social media account, which we understand to be the alleged perpetrator, is a picture of someone who has a very paranoid mindset, someone conspiratorial, someone who believes the German state was trying to turn Germany into an Islamic state. And this is just a kind of unsteady character that we appear to be dealing with here. And what the question now remains is what did the authorities know about this person before this attack on Friday? Could anything have been done to prevent it? And what we're still waiting to find out is the exact motive for this attack, which we still don't know. So at the moment, there's just a lot of questions about how much the authorities really had knowledge that they had about this particular individual and how concrete these threats that he was making, how concrete they were, and whether anything could have, as I say, been done to prevent them.
Matthew, thank you so much for the update. That's our political correspondent, Matthew Moore.